Welcome to today's video. Welcome to my Chanel. Hi, I'm Fash Fab. You can call me Fash. This is Sally. It's Two Look Tuesday, kids. We're doing two looks with one palette. On this channel, we create beauty one palette at a time. Grab your brushes, grab your palettes. Let's get into it. Today's palette, y'all, we are using Nomad's Witch City, Salem. Here's the cover. Here is the color story. This palette was gifted to me in PR. I do have a code with Nomad Cosmetics. I will leave it down below, but it's code FASHFAB. Use the codes that the creators have, kids. Use the codes. It supports your creator, and it also, benefits you with some coins off. So let's get into look one. I will pop up pictures next to me of the shades that I'm using. Let's get into this, kids. Okay, y'all, I put on shadow shields just because the eye look that I'm going for today is more of a quick eye look, but I want it to be easy. You can use Scotch tape, you could use washi tape. There's all sorts of things you can use other than shadow shields, but those are some ideas. So I'm going to take a teeny tiny shader brush, and I'm going to go into Witch City, which is that black. So I'm just taking this black and I'm going in at a diagonal per se. I'm going to do this on both eyes. I want this to be a quick, easy look. So above that, I'm going to go in with a pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with Spirits and Spells, but I am just using this to mix with that black and really go over the edge of it to soften that line, mixing the two colors. So I'm marrying these two colors together. You don't have to make a wing if you don't want to. I'm making a wing because I want this to be an easy look. So I want to use this eyeshadow as my quote unquote eyeliner. And then that way I don't have to use the actual liner. I could just be using the shadow because it's quicker. Now I'm going to take a bigger pencil brush, and I'm going to take this just over the edge just to darken the crease. And you can layer this up as much as you want. You can go as dramatic as you want or as simple as you want. Now I'm wanting this to be pretty neutral, pretty simple. So I'm just building this up to the intensity that I want because I want this still to stay neutral, but I don't, want it too impactful. Okay, I'm taking a tad bit bigger shader brush. I'm going to go into Old Burying Point. And I am taking this like in this center and over this edge that's empty. And this is very, this is very plain, very neutral, but this is very, very easy to do. And you can do this with any color per se. I'm just doing it with these colors because these are super easy to do. On the inner corner, I'm going to take Witchcraft. And this is an even lighter grayish taupe. And I'm going to take, and it's a matte. And I'm just staying right here on this inner corner. And I'm going to go in one more time, I think, with that special shade. Just because I feel like it's like disappearing. And I don't want it to. I just want a tad bit of sparkle there. On a silicone applicator, I'm going to go into Witching Hour. And that's that orange. I would say it's an orange color, and I am going over the edge and pulling this in to that first special shade that we laid down, which is Burial Point. Okay, I'm going to take off the shadow shields. And when you take off the shadow shields, that's what you get, is a super duper sharp edged line. Now I'm going to go back in with that first brush we used with that black, and that is Witch City. I don't know if I said that in the beginning. And this, I'm just smudging in this outer corner to kind of connect it, to make it look, more even. Just like that. Okay, y'all, let me finish the eyes. Hold on to your butts. Here's the finished look. Now, I did not put any eyeliner on top. I went in with black liner in my waterline. My blush is Terracotta by Guerlain. This also was gifted to me. Super cute. I do not have a code with Guerlain, but I don't even know if they still make this, but it's a super pretty neutral color. My lip is by Unearthly, and this is a bullet lip, and it's in the shade Vixen. And then I just put black mascara on, and y'all, here's the finished look. I don't even have falsies on, all the things. Like everyday, normal look, but it still has, wow, you've got some pretty sparklies on your eyes. It's very, very tame, very, very neutral. Now, I pulled out my specialty brushes. These are by Whoosh. I will link them down below. They are quite a bit pricey, but boy howdy are they worth it. This is a Whoosh brush. Well, one end is slanted. The other end is like a V. This Whoosh brush also has a slanted end, but it's a tad bit fatter. And then this one has a curve. This Whoosh brush also has a slanted end. It's more detailed, but it also has an end with a wheel for like liner, and the wheel is like super thin. I will leave those links down below. Some of the links listed below are affiliated links. They do go out to help the channel, and I thank you for that. I'm going to go in with the corner brush, which is this one, and I'm going to go into Salem Commons, and I'm stamping. So I'm going to take this bottom edge and make it even with the outer corner of my eye and stamp it in and kind of wiggle it. So there's a V stamp. I'm going to do the same on this other eye. Now I'm going to flip this over to the flat side, and I'm just going to buff this. And I'm just buffing this line. I'm leaving this bottom line alone. So I'm just taking this straight up and in to the crease. So there's that. So easy and everything precise. Now I'm going to dip into Hocus Pocus, and I'm going to take this on this inner V. So I just basically mapped this out, and I'm blending these two colors together. Now I'm going to take the curve, and this technically is called the arc brush. And I'm going to go into Hocus Pocus again, and I'm going to take this over the top. So I'm starting here, and I'm going to stamp. And then I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to kind of buff this in. Now I'm taking a pencil brush, and I want to go into Dark Demons, and I'm taking this over the edge of this. And this I am actually blending on top of Hocus Pocus. I'm going to go into 7 cables with this, and I want to blend these two together. So I'm just darkening the crease, but I don't want it too dark because I don't want to take away that purple. Now I'm going to take my bingo dauber, and I'm going to take the big fat end, and I'm going to go into Ropes Mansion. So this is what Ropes Mansion looks like on the applicator. And I'm going to take this out here. This definitely has a black base to it. And I'm going to go into Gallows Hill. And I'm going to take this on the inside of this just to marry that dark into this light. Now I'm going to go into Salem Willows. And I'm going to take this on the inner corner. I'm going to go into Witchcraft. And this is a super duper light gray. And I'm just taking this over this green. I'm going to move it to the brow. Let me clean up the eyes, finish the eyes. Hold on to your butts. Here's the finished look. Eyeliner is my tried and true OG, always use Melt Onyx liner. And then on my lips, y'all, I went in with Angela by Unearthly. And then I went over the top with Glint. So that's what these two look like together. So I'm going to go about my day. Y'all, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to hit the hype button down below. Hype me up. Help a girl out. Like, subscribe, share. Click that notification bell down there. It'll let you know next time I upload, which is another way to help your girl out. And if you've made it this far in the video, put a lipstick emoji because I am digging this lip. Like, wow. It's nice. I like this lip. Anywho, Cece, y'all, go out, do something kind for somebody, have a good day, and Sally and I will see you in our next video. Toodles.